Good evening, I'm Laura Yamada. Paula Akana has the night off. Well, would he survive? That's the question many of us were asking tonight after we heard reports of the small plane running out of fuel over the Pacific. With the Coast Guard on standby, 65-year-old Brian Meller, piloting a Cessna 310, ditched his plane 13 miles from shore. KITV4's Catherine Cruz reports on how it all played out.
The crew of the C-130 called it a classic textbook rescue. Navigator Ryan Reitzer recalled the relief in the pilot's voice when he heard he'd been spotted out on the horizon. And because they trailed him for about an hour and a half and went over different scenarios, he knew what to expect.
Just trying to be safe for him and get everything that's inside of his aircraft tied down and get his life vest on before he actually ditched the aircraft.
That happened at about 5:30, and the crew was more than ready.
We just did a training mission yesterday. It was the exact same scenario. It was really funny. It was like, hey, you got a plane that's running out of gas before it's going to make it to the airfield. And so it's like, all right, we're ready for this. We can do this.
It didn't take long for things to happen.
By the time that the plane stopped moving, touchdown stopped moving, he was out on top of the wings within 10 to 15 seconds, just kind of waiting there for a helicopter to pick him up. Helicopter came in.
Tonight.
It's kind of surreal, but we're all glad he made it, and it's definitely a good day for us.
And we are told it took about 15 minutes for the plane to sink. Now, the pilot, who was in pretty good shape, was taken to be checked out at Hilo Medical Center. But before that, he did manage to tell his rescuers he'd like to meet them, to thank them, maybe over a drink or two. Laura?